my God. Yes, it's about time they got rid of this terrible app. It'd be a real shame if people found out that you could download a free VPN and change your location to a country where TikTok isn't banned, and you can still create content and share posts and connect with people. Yeah, you don't want nobody to find out that they can still use TikTok in the States if it's banned. Please don't share this. Don't like or comment. Definitely don't signal boost this, because TikTok is a terrible app. Yeah, no, that'd be terrible. Alright, so I was asked how to do a tutorial. So it's really simple. Just go to your app store or your Android store, whatever. Look up VPN Super. Click download on it. It's free, so you don't have to worry about paying. Wait for it to download. Once you downloaded it, go ahead and open up the app. Then just hit accept. Click fastest location, and here's where you change the country. I chose Canada, but you can choose whatever you want. Click on that, hit the little power button, and then hit allow, and boom, you're in.
So, the brother of Robert Fuller, the man who was found hanging from a tree in Palmdale, California last week, his brother has been fatally shot by police now. And let's look at the details of what surrounded this fatal shooting.
This is here in LA. This is California.
This instance, they're saying that somehow they spotted the man in the Jeep they believe to be a suspect in a Rosemount domestic violence kidnapping situation. But here's the thing. He was in the passenger seat of the Jeep. There was a woman with him and a 7-year-old, and they're saying the woman is not the victim in the assault that they were supposedly investigating. And she was somehow shot also. Somebody make all these coincidences make sense for me.
We can't defund the police. Everyone needs them. Have you ever actually had to call the police in an emergency?
Never.
No, but what about domestic abuse victims? Did you know that in a study of abused women, over 80% said they wouldn't call the cops again because they were scared that their abuser would only get a slap on the wrist and that they would come back and hurt them?
Or if you're a black man, you end up
Did you
dead.
know a recent poll of homeless people in Seattle said they'd rather have a mental health technician than a cop come to help them? No. Did you know that most police are actually not required to take any de-escalation training? No.
Alright, so I'm gonna say this once and one time only. It's my account. I grew it. And if you don't like what I'm talking about or what I'm doing, you can unfollow me like this person. I really don't care. Look, if you think it's too political and you're too soft to listen to it, go ahead, unfollow me. I don't need you to follow me. At the end of the day, I'm gonna use my platform and my voice to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. This is why I made it. Now you, with your little 300 followers, can skate. I don't care. Peace, hater.
Y'all want to know why white people think that pro-blackness is anti-whiteness?
Yeah.
Because all of their pro-whiteness is anti-black.
Oh.
And let me be very clear about one thing. They are lying on purpose. They are saying they're suicides because they know that if black people find out that people are really legitimately getting hung by racist white people in America again, we are going to tear this bitch
Tear that
apart.
bitch up.
And I'm full.
If you don't test, you don't have any cases. If we stop testing right now, we'd have very few cases, if any.
Okay.
Is this man serious?
Technically, Trump is right. If you don't test
I guess you're
anybody,
right. You're not
then
capping.
you don't have any cases. The same way if black people stopped recording the cops, we would have 0 cases of police brutality. Ah, ignorance is bliss.
It'd be a shame if we defunded the police. Yeah, that would be a terrible idea. You don't want to take a quarter of the $100 billion that gets budgeted for police, for militarization of police. You don't want a quarter of that to go back into the communities for mental health services, for after school programs for kids. You don't want that to go into housing at all, because, you know, we should actually keep the homeless rate up, you know, because that's known to bring crime down when you have homelessness up. And yeah, you definitely want to keep over policing minority communities, because that definitely also helps with crime. Yeah, we should not defund the police, so please don't share, like, comment, or anything. Alright, looks like I have to break this down for everybody. defunding the police doesn't mean that their whole budget is cut. What it means is that a portion of the budget that usually goes to the militarization of police would be better spent going into the community, because that will actually lower crime better than over policing. Where would it go, you ask? It would go towards more affordable housing, into more education and after-school programs for minority communities, which historically have been underfunded. It would also go into mental health services to help people who have mental issues. Combine all this stuff and it helps the community and it lowers crime rates. And you still have enough for all the police. And it's tax dollars that should be going back into our community.
It's a lovely day at Chick-fil-A.
Hey man, shut up! I want the whole cash register.
Oh my Lanta, sir, give me 1 second. Tom, what's up? There's a lovely gentleman out here that wants everything in the cash register. There's gonna be a wait on fresh ones. I'll tell him. There's gonna be a wait on.
Man, hurry up!
My pleasure. Go ahead with your order.
Man, I don't want no order. I'm looting. I want everything.
Oh my God, man. Hold on. Hey, this special needs nigga out here trying to loot a Burger King. Loot Burger King? Do you know how much of an idiot you have to be to loot a Burger King? Shit, hold on, let me tell him. Hey, he said...
Listen, Target was already looted. I need something, okay? Man, I'm looting. I want one of everything.
Hey, who the fuck you think you talking to, nigga?
I think I pulled into the wrong drive-thru. This isn't Chick-fil-A.
Now, I'm gonna need that same energy you had with a mop and a broom in your hand.
Listen, I'm sorry. This is a big misunderstanding. I'll just leave.
And don't you think about leaving until you clean this shit up.
This gun isn't even real. Here I come.
Using these two cue balls, I'll explain to you the Black Lives Matter problem in Australia. I have two pool tables, and the first one, this is a minority table, which includes Indigenous people, and all they have to do is hit the brake and get the balls in, fairly simple. But this table, this is a white Australia table, and they pretty much had 200 years head start, and they established everything in the country, so their brake looks like this. Bro, can you get home ownership in and business? Beautiful. But don't worry, my minority friends, don't fret, because you still have your break. But before you start, I just need to put this here. Wait, what the? Don't worry, it's trauma, injustice, and discrimination, but I said sorry, so it should be fine. Just go for it, bro. I think you're just being lazy, eh?
Friends, drugs, love, pain, shows, money, honeys, fame. You're thinking you lost too much, well you got something else to gain. Dealing with lies, demons will rise with do's and don'ts.
Can I have a turkey and cheese sandwich? Hey Frankie, cut the bird's titties off, make it do a somersault. You want mayo on that? Yeah. Make it racist. Please don't. Put the camera on silent. Juggle it. What? Nothing. You want oil and vinegar? I get. Down, down, left, right, left, right. Is that a cheat code?
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud inside. It stopped raining. Everybody's in a play, and don't you know it's a beautiful new day.
Hey, real quick, I need to ask you some questions. Did you learn about the Tulsa race riots when you were in high school? You didn't?
No.
Well, a black man tripped and fell in an elevator. He grabbed the arm of a white woman on the way to the ground. A nearby white man heard her scream and called the cops, said the black man had raped her. So a mob of angry white people burned the richest black neighborhood in America to the ground. It killed hundreds. Did you know that a majority of Confederate iconography was either built in the middle of the Jim Crow era or in the Civil Rights era? Pretty clear and direct response to black people having the audacity to think that they deserve equal rights in a nation conceived in liberty. Have you ever heard the name Hiram Rhodes Revels? He was the first person elected to the United States Senate that happened to be black. He was elected in 1870. Southern senators argued that because the 14th Amendment had only made him an American 2 years earlier, he hadn't been an American long enough to be in the Senate. You didn't know any of that?
Interesting.
Well, then how can you claim taking down statues is erasing history? You never learned it in the first place.
It'd be a shame if protesters found out that if they bought motorcycle jackets, it has metal plates in it that could protect against rubber bullets. Or if they found out that if you put a cone over a tear gas canister and pour water into it, you could turn it off. Oh, and you definitely don't want them to find out. If they wear goggles, it would protect against tear gas, or if they get heat protecting gloves, that they can actually throw it back. Yeah, please don't share, like, or comment because you don't want them to find that out. That would be terrible.
So I've seen these documents going around the internet a lot, Jane Doe versus Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. So it basically describes the sexual misconduct and sexual acts that they inflicted upon a 13-year-old girl at Jeffrey Epstein's residence in Manhattan. So I went to the Public Access for Court Documents website, went to the jurisdiction in which this case was filed, looked up the case number, found it was real, ran the report, and what do you know? Jane Doe versus Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, originally given to Judge Ronnie Abrams, who was appointed by Obama. Then it was reassigned to Judge James C. Francis, who was appointed by Ronald Reagan. And the case was terminated 4 days before the 2016 election. If you support Trump, you support a fucking pedophile.